Hey, what is going on guys, it's Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have a beginner's guide for Ruse, so I hope you guys do enjoy, and if you do, please do drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and if turn those post notifications. Also, if you do want to support the channel further, do consider becoming a YouTube member. But anyway, so I have been getting a bunch of comments asking about guide videos specifically, for newer players, and so I decided to make a beginner's guide. So what we're going to go over in this video is I'm just going to go through all the different tabs that you see when you launch the game, what each one is, what it's meant for. We're also going to go into a match, just against some easy AI, and I'm just going to show you all the different tabs there, the shortcuts, how that all works, the settings that you need, because some settings actually need to be turned on and off during a match depending on the situation. So we're going to go through all of that. And yeah, hopefully it does help you guys out. If you want to see more guides, on anything specific, let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know, say, hey, how about a guide focusing on this, this, and this? Or how about a guide focusing on this, this, and this? And I will make sure, to note that down and see about doing a video on that. For example, maybe basic opening strategy for each nation or something. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to this. So as you can see, when you start off, you have a bunch of tabs. So you have tutorial, campaign, battles, multiplayer, operation, my ruse, and extra. Now this should be pretty self-explanatory what each one is, but we're going to go through it anyway, just in case. So starting off with tutorial, if you click this, it's going to take you into the old tutorial level that you could play. We're just going to click escape here to skip the cutscene. But yeah, this is basically the old demo, actually, I should say. This is the old demo level that was part of the game. And now they've made it into a tutorial, so you can actually just come and play this tutorial. I actually have never played it myself, which is interesting, and I may actually do a video on that. I may just do a video playing this demo level, because I have never played it myself. But yeah, that's all this is, okay? It's just a demo level that they've now added in and called a tutorial. And that's it. Let me just go skip all of this and quit back to the main menu. Now, next up, we have the campaign. So, what is the campaign? That's very simple. The campaign is 23, or is it 24? I think it's 23. I could be wrong. It's 23 or 24 single player missions. Each mission is, has a start and an end, and there's a cutscene between each mission, because Ruse has one of the greatest campaigns in a real-time strategy game that I have ever played and that I have ever come across. And the reason for that is this. So the campaign starts you off on mission 1 very simple. It slowly teaches you each bit of the game one step at a time. So maybe, mission 1, it'll teach you how to just use infantry. Mission 2, it'll teach you how to use infantry with anti-tank. Mission 3, it will teach you how to use infantry, anti-tank, and tanks. Mission 4, it will teach you how to use air support, included. Maybe Mission 5 will teach you how to use ruses and recon. Mission 6 will then teach you how to use all of those things together. Mission 7 maybe will be, adding in a building, so how to use an HQ and gather supplies. Mission 8 will be gathering supplies, spending on buildings, and producing your own units. So basically, it takes you in a nice linear approach and teaches you how to play the game through the campaign. Now, before you say, oh, the campaign is basically one massive tutorial, that's so boring. Trust me, it is not. Yes, the campaign is a step-by-step tutorial all the way from mission 1 until the final mission where you get access to basically absolutely everything, right? But it does it in a way that is amazing and doesn't feel like a tutorial at all, okay? The campaign has a lovely story, like it has an absolutely incredible storyline, and it has awesome cutscenes. So it's a full-fledged movie basically, okay? Except you're obviously doing the action in between all the cutscenes. But yeah, so play the campaign, guys. If you're brand new to the game, play the campaign. I cannot recommend it more, okay? It's going to teach you how to play the game. You're going to get a whole bunch of lore and a whole nice long story. You're going to get amazing cutscenes, and by the end of it, you will have also leveled up quite a lot. But now what happens if you actually click on it? So when you click on campaign, you have a couple options. New is just going to allow you to start a new campaign. So when you click it, you're going to be able to pick your difficulty. You can choose beginner strategist, which is basically easy, strategy fan, which is medium, or you can play wargamer difficulty, which is hard, okay? Then you can go back and you click continue. Damn it. It's gonna, yeah, okay. It's gonna continue me from whatever the last autosave was, which in this case was the demo level, but normally that will continue from wherever you finished on the campaign. And then you can also click choose chapter. Choose chapter will allow you to pick any of the missions. And if you go on each mission, it'll also give you a bit of a write-up about the mission. However, don't worry about coming here to read it, because when you play the campaign, it gives you the entire thing. You know, it tells you all of this. It's all included in the cutscenes and stuff. So you're going to get the entire story, you know, from the prologue all the way through North Africa, through the Italian campaign, through the French campaign, through the Holland campaign, through the Belgium campaign, and finally ending up at the German campaign at the end. You will play as the United States pretty much through the entire campaign, but a couple missions do allow you to pick as well. So you get to use, you can choose between, I think, French, there's British, the Germans, the US, and yeah, it's pretty cool, right? So just play the whole campaign. It's 23 missions in total. It's got an amazing story, and it will teach you how to play the game. Now, next up we have battles. So battles basically are just allows you to play against the AI. So if you go here, and actually let me show you, because some of you may not know how to, right? So you click on the map picture / icon. This allows you to select any of the in-game maps. So you have them laid out from left to right, you know, from 2-player maps, then from 3 to 4-player maps, then 5 to 6-player maps, and finally the 7 and 8-player maps at the end. You can obviously play with any number of players on a bigger map. So for example, if you have an 8-player map, you can play it with just 4. If you have a 4-player map, you can just do a 1v1, you know, that does work. Now battles is only offline, basically. It's only against AI. You cannot invite your friends or play multiplayer here. This is just for you to play offline against AI. Now, the way the actual UI works and the way you change all your settings, so I showed you how to change maps. Next up, you can change your game type. So depending on the map, there'll be 3 different modes, or 4 depending, allowed. So it'll be FFA, 2 teams, 4 teams. Some of it will have 3 teams as well. So this you can just click, and if you do that, it changes the slots. Team 1, Team 2, 4 teams will be Team 1, 2, 3, and 4. FFA will just have everyone there. So for now, we're just going to put it as 2 teams. Now, mode will allow you to choose the game mode. So there's a couple. 1945 era is basically playing the game with all technology available to you to play. So from the most basic to the most advanced units. 1942 era will lock certain units out. So like prototype units or units that, you know, came after 1942, you won't be able to use them in the match. It will lock it for everybody in the lobby. And this, when I say everybody in the lobby, I mean you, the AI, and if you are playing multiplayer, obviously all the other people who join your lobby. 1939 era basically just gives you access to the most basic units, and you don't get to use anything else because, you know, none of the, like, there's no King Tigers in 39, okay? So you're not going to be able to access that. You're only going to have access to like Panzer IIIs. Total War mode is a very interesting mode. So Total War mode basically cycles through all 3 time periods. So Total War mode starts you off in 1939 for 15 minutes. Then for the next 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, it goes into 1942, so it unlocks more tech. And then after that extra 10 or 15 minutes, it then cycles into 1945. And that allows you to have access finally to all your technology and stuff. So it's a pretty nice mode if you do want to, you know, have like a gradual increase in technology as you play. And different nations obviously have different unlocks at different stages. So maybe Germany is really strong or really weak in 1939, and France is really strong in 1939. But once 1942 unlocked, Germany gets some extra tech and France doesn't really get much or something like that. So it's very cool. It's very interesting. It changes up the dynamics quite a lot. Finally is nuclear mode. Nuclear mode is very simple. It's basically 1945 mode, except all your prototype units have been moved to your normal bases. The prototype base is replaced with a nuclear center that allows you to make nuclear long toms, which is basically a nuclear artillery piece. In terms of economy, the changes are there are no admin buildings, so admin buildings are fully removed from nuclear mode. Instead, all your depots have like, instead of like 200 or something, they all have like 4x the amount of money. They have like 800 gold or whatever in it, and all your trucks carry like $6 each instead of $3 each. So that's what nuclear mode is. Next up, you have time limits that can just choose how long you want the match to be. So you can play a 10-minute match, 15, 20, 25, 30, all the way up to 60 minutes, or you can just pick no limit, so there's no time limit to the match. Now, for you as a player, or as a lobby host. How do you switch teams? How do you change your nation? Very simple. To switch teams, you click on yourself and you click change team and it will move you. Click change team and it will move you. If I go to 4 teams now, when I click change team, it'll ask me which one I want to go to. So I can choose to go to team 3, I can choose to go to team 4, I can choose to go, back to team 1. And now to change nation, you click on yourself again and you click change nation, and you can pick any of the nations available in game. If you're not sure what nation to pick and you just want it to be left up to chance, click random and then it will pick a nation for you. So once you launch the game, a random nation will be selected for you. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Oh, one other thing is bots. So if you want to add a bot, you just click the empty space and it'll add a bot. Okay, you can see I'm just adding bots everywhere. And now if you want to change the bot's difficulty or the bot behavior or the bot nation, you click on the bot. So if I want to change the one on my team, I'll click there, the team 2 bots, whatever. Just click on the specific bot that you want to edit. So for now, let's just change my allied bot. So yeah, I can pick its nation. So if I want my bot to be Germany, I can make it Germany. If I want it to stay random, I can make it random. So let's just make it the United States of America. Now, next up, I can pick the difficulty. I want my bot to be hard difficulty, so it can trash all the other teams for me. And then for the profile, you can pick a regular profile. That just means the AI will behave in a regular manner. You can pick Air Force, which means the AI will prioritize, planes and bombers and just the Air Force in general. You can pick Howitzer, which means the AI will obviously prioritize artillery and long-range units. And it does tell you, under each profile, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, it tells you this AI will use a lot of artillery units to pound you. If you click prototype, the AI will always try to field the most advanced units, as it says. Blitzkrieg is all of these are self-explanatory, but Blitzkrieg, the AI will try to rush you or, use Blitzkrieg tactics to try and defeat you. And Turtle, the AI will basically just turtle up, build up walls of defenses and stuff, and slowly try to beat you through a war of attrition. Just like with nations, if you don't want to pick any of these profiles, you can just pick random and it will randomly select a profile for you. So I'm going to pick random. Actually, no, let's go and make it oops, I removed the AI. Let's go and make it a prototype. So we have a prototype AI. Yep. Now if you want to remove any AI, it's simple. Click on it, click remove. Click on it, click remove, and that's pretty much all you need to do. So yeah, let's go back and have a look at your next tab. This is the multiplayer tab. This is probably where a lot of you guys are going to spend your time. So if you click here, there's quite a few options. So number 1 is quick match. If you click quick match, it's just going to find you a random lobby and stick you in there. So before you quick match though, you can set a couple filters. So you can choose game type. So if you wanted to only quick match you into 4 team matches or 3 team matches, or if you wanted to only quick match you into 4v4s, 3v2s, 2v2s, 1v1s, FFAs, etc. So if I do this, it's only going to find me FFAs. If I wanted to quick match me into any, I'm just going to select any. Same here, you can let the quick match you into any of the game modes. So if you click any, it will be all of them, or only specific ones. Maybe I only want nuclear mode, or I only wanted to find me 1945 matches, I can do that. And then you just click search and it will put you in. I just need to go back there, obviously, because I'm not going to be playing. And then yeah, you can also change your nation. So if you click here, you just go change nation, and you can change your nation like always, or just leave it random when you're doing your quick match. Now next up, you have host a session. A private session just means the session is private. Public session means that anybody on the server browser will be able to find you. So let's say I launch a private session. I can make it public really easily. You just click this button there. Now it says public match over here. If I click it again, it's private match again, so nobody can join except for players on my friends list or players that I directly invite. To invite friends, you just click over here. It'll open up your friends list and then you can invite whoever you want. So yeah, you can do that. And then to launch the match, you do that. To put back out of the lobby, you do that. To change maps, you select this and change your map. And then you have your settings again for your game type, your war mode, as well as your time limit. And for adding bots here, it's the exact same process. It's all the exact same stuff. The only difference is you can change color, but that's only in FFAs. Whether it's in battles or multiplayer, you can change color of any of the bots or yourself, but that is only in FFAs. You can't do it anywhere else. But yeah, let's go back over there, and if you want to just find a session that's being hosted, you can click over there. So all you do is click join a session, and you'll find any available public sessions. Obviously, any private sessions will not show up. If a friend is hosting and they host a private session and now you're trying to join and for whatever reason you just want to join through the server browser, so they make it public, it won't show up without you clicking refresh. So you have to click refresh, and then the session that was private and made public will show up for you. Obviously there's not really much lobbies open because I'm recording this video at like 4 in the morning, so yeah, not really that many people playing at that time. Next up, you have ranked matches. So if you want to play ranks, you come over here and then you can select your game type as well as your nation. So for your game type, you just select over there. There's only 1v1 and 2v2 for rank, so you can click 1v1 or you can click 2v2. As you can see, for 1v1 I am max level 61, I am in the elite league. 2v2 obviously I haven't played that much, but yeah. Now for 2v2s you can go here again, you can change your nation to whatever you want. So I'm going to stick with Germany, and then you can either launch. So if I click launch now, it will try find me a random teammates and then some opponents for us to play, or I can click play with friends. If I click play with friends, it will then open up a second slot and allow me to invite someone off my friends list. So as you can see now, if I clicked invite friends, so now I can no longer change the game mode because obviously I'm looking for a second player, and then only the person that will join will be someone that I invite. If you try click here, it won't let you invite. That's because you just click the invite button here and it'll open that up for you to invite your friends, which I'm just going to go back because obviously we're not going to be playing that. Next up we have operations. So operations are basically like, well, it's an operation. It's a scripted battle against the AI, and it's a historical or it's a battle with a nice background / story to it. So as you can see, fast on, allies are not making any progress in front ourselves on the German Gustav defense lines. They decide to try another strategy, blah blah blah, and then it allows you to play the scenario. So it's basically just like a custom scenario. This is Operation Sea Lao, Operation Kharkov, Gold for the Brave, which is one of the DLC ops, which, by the way, everyone has DLC unlocked, so you'll also be able to play it. Then you have the 1 vs all operation. So 1v1s are just obviously 1v1. 1 vs all, this is a 1 vs 2. This is a 1 vs 3. This is a 3v1, actually. And yeah, this is a 3v1 operation over there. This is a 1v2, 1v2, another 1v3. This is I think this is a 1v4 if I'm not mistaken. You start on the side. I don't think you start in the middle. I played this operation, but I don't know if I finished it. I actually must come back and check that out. And then yeah, you have all your co-op operations, which are operations that you can do with friends. So all these 1v1s to the 1v all operations are all single player. You cannot play with friends. These are your co-op operations. There's Tobruk 45, which is a 2v2v2, so you can play with one friend. There is Triple Alliance against the Axes, which is you and 2 friends against the AI, so it's 3 of y'all. And then there is Operation Sapad, which is you and 1 friend against the 3 AI. So yeah, these are all the operations you can do. And for your multiplayer operations like this, let me just show you how it works. So if you click on any of them, you can go create a private match, or you can look for a match. If you click look for a match, it will start trying to search for a match and put you in one. If there is no matches, it will just open up a new lobby where you will be host, and then other people that look for a match will be able to join you. But we're going to go back out of that, and then we're going to make a private session. Private session is the exact same thing. The only difference is anyone who goes look for a match will not find your match. The only way to get people in here is to invite your friends. Once again, you invite your friends directly into the lobby so they can play with you. So yeah, that is operations. Next up you have My Ruse. So My Ruse has a couple things. As you have your options, this is all your game settings. So these are your gameplay settings, as you can see. And yeah, I mean, the one setting here, automatic fire building, you may turn this on and off during matches. I'll just explain it now actually. So basically, if you want your unit to automatically fire on enemy buildings within range, you turn this on. If you don't want them to do that, you click there, you click apply, and that's all you do. And you'll do it in the match. So in the match, you'll click escape, you'll click set options, and then you'll come over here and you'll do this. And the reason for that is because you don't want your unit shooting at a building you want to capture with infantry. Well, obviously, if you want to destroy it, you leave it on, or you manually tell your units to do that. Next up, you have your sound settings. So you can do that. Also guys, at the bottom here, voice chat. So this is very important, right? Because yeah, you can mute all in-game voice chat, and you can also turn on your push to talk, which means that you won't have to deal with your voice being broadcasted to everyone else in the lobby. So just make sure you come here and have those both ticked if you want. Next up, you have all your video settings, obviously, and then you have advanced video, which is just all your quality settings for the game. Obviously, you can choose to set that however you like. Now, next up, you have gamer profile. Gamer profile is basically just your whole, it's basically all the stats for you in the game. So you have your summary of everything over here. It shows you your achievements. It shows you your championship level. So 1v1 ranked, I'm level 61, 2v2, level 7, obviously. Last championship, so obviously I was in the Elite League. Rating, there's my rating, my rank, whatever, right? Level, experience, all of that stuff. Yeah, all the achievements, you know, that you've got unlocked. Yeah, you have your stats. So this is pretty cool to go look over. Like number of units destroyed, 340,000. Number of buildings destroyed, 55k, favorite map, favorite nation. It's got a whole bunch of different stuff that you can see, including your game time, records, all of that stuff. Yeah, you have your championship screen. This is basically for rank, so it just shows you your leagues. Recruit, training, veteran, bronze, silver, gold, and elite league. Level 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, all the way up to Elite League, which is level 61 and above. And then you have the same thing here for Championship 2v2s. And yeah, again, recruit, training, veteran, all the way up to Elite League. Though yeah, I am only in the Recruit League. Now next up, you have leaderboards. So leaderboards just allow you to see how everybody is doing. So you can click overall leaderboard, so it shows everything. Or you can click your friends only leaderboard. I don't think it actually changes anything though. Maybe it, no, it does. Yeah, total entries, okay. My score. Okay, the my score leaderboard is different. Okay, cool, interesting. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So as you can see, you know, I am currently ranked 8 for ranked 1v1s. Couple people above me: Pomegranate, Cupcake, Coma, Lev, Schnee, White, and Fritz. And a couple people below me as well. But yeah, that's just that. You can also, yeah, you can change like that with the arrows, or you can go up here to change to the 2v2 leaderboards. Click to the 2v2 leaderboards. Damn, nobody actually plays 2v2s. Yeah, literally there's barely anyone playing 2v2s. We need to find some more 2v2s, guys. I want to play some more 2v2s. So yeah, again, you just have all your filters, etc. over there. Go back, then you have controls. Controls just shows you all the controls for the game. You cannot rebind controls, okay? So if anyone is asking, you know, how can I change my controls or whatever, you cannot. So these are your default controls, and these are the controls that you have to use for the game. So you can just come and have a look at this anytime you want. But yeah, we're gonna go back and we're gonna go to the final tab, which is extra. So you have downloadable content, nothing over here anymore. If you do this, it's just gonna open Steam, I think. Yep. So nothing over here anymore. Don't worry about that tab at all. Next up, you have your Rusopedia. Rusopedia is basically a in-game Wikipedia for all the nations and their units. So you can just see, and it will show you what everything, you know, it'll show you every unit a nation has along with its basic stats. Same thing, yeah. And you can check that for each nation. If you guys want a in-depth guide on nations, I did already do that. It's called R.U.S.E Ultimate Faction Guide that you guys can go check out, you know, if you are wondering about all the different nations in the game. Next up, you have credits, which obviously will just roll the developer credits for the game. And then you have CPU benchmark. If you click that, it's going to launch a benchmark, and that's just going to at the end show you how many frames and, you know, what performance you get in game. I'm just going to click escape so that I exit that. And yeah, that is all that you have. That's pretty much all the different tabs, everything you can explore within it. Now let's just quickly go and launch a quick match. We just want to make this easy, so we're just going to go whatever, regular, I guess, and then we're going to go with difficulty easy, and we're going to go Russia, I guess. I'm not going to even finish the match, I'm just going to run away. They're going to try and make nukes because I left it on nuke mode, but that's alright. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly show you the controls and stuff like that. So the way you can touch or you know, interact with everything is you can click on your HQ to open your build menu, and then click anywhere else to exit it. You can click on your money sign, or you can click on your Ruse sign, okay? If you click on your Ruse sign, it will open the Ruse tab first. If you click your money sign, it will open, I think, wherever you last left off. Let me just check. Yeah, wherever you last left off. But yeah, so this is your Ruse tab with all your different ruses, okay? If you want to know what each ruse does, honestly, just hover over it and read it, okay? And you can learn what it does. For the ruses like this, as you can see, it's got like 3 tabs. That's because it's more stuff that you can pick from. So you can choose any bunch of decoy bases as well as any of your decoy offensives. Now you can see every ruse and every tab here has a letter or a number or something on it, right? Those are keyboard shortcuts. So for example, you can see it says P for the on the aircraft, right? So if I click P, it's going to take me to the aircraft tab. Then if I click F, it's going to quick select the airfield, and I can place that down, right? Now, to reopen the thing, I can click this again, or you can click the tilde key on your keyboard. Tilde key on your keyboard allows you to quick open your menu. Now, you do that, and then let's say I want to go to the armor base or the armor column, I click I for that. If I want to go to the economy tab, you know, this one over here, I click T for that. If I want to, but I don't, and remember, you can also use your mouse. If you prefer your mouse, do that as well. You can do this, you know, you can select everything with your mouse. If I want to do this, I can select that. I can build my supply depot over here. You know, I can build another one here. Remember, it's left click to place it down, right click to cancel anything you want to do. Another thing to remember is you can place down building ghost. So that's a building ghost, right? This is where the machine gun nest is going to be built. This is the truck coming to build it. But let's say you want to move it. You can hold it down with left click and move it. So hold it down with left click, move it. If you just click it once, it's not going to do anything, right? It's just going to do that. So hold it down with your left click, move it. And then it will move the building ghost and the truck will try go to the new location instead. If you want to cancel anything that's being built, just right click on it. It'll cancel it. Building deployment cancelled, and the truck will go back to your HQ and return your funds. So yeah, that's just pretty much that's pretty much just your buildings, all the stuff you can do, your controls for left click, right click, etc. Also, let's just build a couple planes just to show you some stuff there. So we're just gonna make one of each plane, and we're gonna also drop a ruse. So that's a blitz ruse, just so it goes quicker. But yeah, also, let me quickly show you guys. So if you press escape and you click options, that's going to bring you here. And then this is where you can toggle the automatic fire on building setting that I mentioned earlier. You can also save and load matches. This is obviously for single player matches. You cannot save or load anything multiplayer. For your single player matches though, you could save this match and then you can reload it at a different time, which is pretty nice. But yeah, there we go. So we have our planes. Now this is the aircraft tab, if you look at the bottom left where my cursor is, and this is going to allow you to select available aircraft, okay? The aircraft only show up when they're on an airfield or they're in a sky and they're hovering. If they have no active orders, and if they're on the airfield, they won't show up here, even if you see it on the airfield, if it's injured. It will only show up after it's healed itself fully and it is no longer injured. Now, let's say let's say I'm looking over here, right? I don't want to zoom out all the way, come all the way back here, and then, come and select my aircraft or whatever. So what I can do is I can just quickly select my fighter by doing that and doing that, I can quickly select fighter bomber by doing that and doing that. I can quickly select my bomber by doing that and doing that. So it's very nice. You can manage your aircraft from here. Now you see none of them are showing up. Now if I click the plane and I click E on my keyboard, that will cancel its current orders and make it hover where it is. Let me do that for those as well, and it will cancel the orders and send them all back to base. If I do, wait, let me just check one thing. If I do that, right? I do that, I click, yeah, okay, no, it's not, it is, okay, just double checking there wasn't a second one. But yeah, you can do that and tell it to cancel orders, tell them to go land, do whatever you want. But yeah, that's basically all your controls you will need to know. You can do everything with your mouse, you could play this game purely with your mouse, okay? Like, if you don't use your keyboard at all, I mean, you kind of do need to use it to move around quickly, because I don't like, scrolling on the side. But if you really wanted to, you could do it with just a mouse. You can use your mouse to scroll around the map, put it to the edge of your screen, scroll around. You can use your mouse wheel to zoom in and zoom out, and you can use your mouse to select all your units to build whatever you want. But keyboard shortcuts are there for you if you do want them. All you have to do is just look at the keyboard shortcut for anything. Even for, like, example, because we build airfield, you can see all the units here have keyboard shortcuts, J, K, whatever. All of them have shortcuts. I'm not sure if keyboard shortcuts are turned on by default. Yeah, okay, it is. Well, for me, it's on, but I'm pretty sure I turned it on. If it's not turned on, guys, so if you go to your build menus, right, and you don't see all the keyboard shortcuts over here, you don't see the F, the I, the O, the P, or the F, or whatever, just go to your options, and under your gameplay options, make sure show hotkeys is turned on. But yeah, that should be everything you need to know as a brand new player just getting into the game. This was a very, very basic tutorial. But yeah, let me know what else you guys do want me to go through or do want me to make guides on, and I will do that. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And finally, I would just like to give a massive shout out and a heartfelt thank you to all my YouTube members who go above and beyond in supporting the channel and helping to make this all possible. Your continued support truly means the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you.